Hello, welcome to KLTV's weekly roundup of the main stories of the week. This is Dave Hodgson. It's good to be with you again, and thanks for making KLTV your station of choice. The headlines: Jeremy Vine comes to Huddersfield, a power worker is trapped by a Huddersfield substation blaze, and a walking wounded protest over the NHS cuts in Slaithwaite. Now, whether you are in or out, Huddersfield had its voices heard as Radio 2's Jeremy Vine brought his programme to town. The talk show host broadcast live from Byram Street's Cafe Society to discuss the looming EU referendum. But far from being a generic political discussion, the UK listened as Jeremy also discussed rugby league and Harold Wilson's legacy. Joining in with the debate were Martha Hughes and Umar Afzal, head girl and boy of Wilson's former school, Royds Hall. Both 15, the two will not be old enough to vote in next month's referendum, but that didn't stop them voicing their opinions on national radio. Martha, who said she was for leaving the EU, said the amount of money we give to the EU, even if we do get some back, it's money we could use for our own economy. But vying for the other team, Umar argued, I think we should stay because of the educational benefits like the Erasmus scheme and that it accounts for 52% of this country's total trade. During pre-recorded clips, Jeremy visited Antich Mills in Bradley and Harold Wilson's childhood home at number 4 Warnford Road, Cowersley. The show was visiting a village, town and city for its 3 shows on the EU debate, having visited the Cumbrian village of Dent on Monday and headed for Bristol on Wednesday. Jeremy also spoke to Huddersfield Giants chairman Ken Davey about the history of the rugby league and a string of local residents on their views on Brexit. Netherton resident Robin Tiernan, 75 years old, strongly opposed staying in the EU. He said, I'm definitely an outer. I can't understand anybody that doesn't want to rule themselves. Meanwhile, Pat Rogers, age 73, from Quarmby said, I've listened to the arguments. I'm for staying. Sticking with the local theme, local musician Dominic Beresford helped play the show out with his rendition of On Huddersfield Moor Bartat. Jeremy told the Examiner, we're thrilled to visit Huddersfield and it's been lovely to meet everyone who came along. A power worker was trapped by a Huddersfield substation blaze. Watch Commander Ian Harrop said they found the man towards the rear of the building and he could be heard shouting as we tackled the blaze by the front door. Firefighters wearing breathing apparatus entered the building and did a snatch rescue. The victim was found to be suffering from burns to the head and smoke inhalation and was taken to hospital via an ambulance. And finally, protesters dressed up as wounded casualties and took to the streets in Slaithwaite in answer to an ongoing row over cuts to a local surgery. Campaigners, the Slaithwaite SOS group, paraded in the village amid growing concerns that Colne Valley is about to have its budget for surgery slashed by £5,000, almost half the entire budget. Bandages, crutches and fake blood were used to emphasise the point that although the cuts were nominally dropped in April, villagers still suspect it may only be a stay of execution and cuts may be implemented at a future date. That's all the news this week. If you wish to comment on any of these stories or other things on KLTV, please contact us on Twitter at The Weekly Windup, on Facebook, or just email us on info@KirkleesLocalTV.com. Please join us again on Monday when we'll be looking at the outgoing mayor performing his last duty in office, presenting cheques to local charity. This is Dave Hodgson signing off on behalf of the news desk and KLTV crew. Take care of yourself and I'll see you again next week. Bye.